Charlie, Man City versus Liverpool. For long spells, everybody thought Liverpool were going to win that. I'm sure Elikem was supporting Liverpool with his heart, his mind, his body, and his soul,
bro.
and everything. But I mean, Erling Haaland to the rescue at the very depth. But Charlie, Pep Guardiola had to dig deep. Is this a sign that the resilience of the City players to catch Arsenal is on the up? The King Adjor.
You want me to go first? Okay, yeah.
Yes. This one is Arsenal. So I want to go.
I have a lot to say.
There's no Arsenal, it's Man City.
I did a game with Eustace yesterday, and it was amazing. You see, let me start from Liverpool first, and you know how we just run it straight. Because it's sad. It's sad that nobody's scared out. Like when you go to Anfield, you are not scared anymore, and they still have the personalities. They still have Van Dijk. They still have Salah. They still have probably so like I'll add them all and the coach. But it's a problem. I think Liverpool fans, when they coach, they want to. I want to know how they feel about. They've lost that Anfield touch. Do you know how big a deal this is in England? And because Liverpool fans they're not Chelsea fans or United fans, where when these things are not going well, they are seventh. They want to rant or they want to film and show the world that they want to be heard. They don't care. They go low key. But do you know how big it is for a season for Liverpool at Anfield? Things are not going well and nobody's scared to come to Anfield and play and dominate them. It was that bad. It's that I felt bad. Because those Anfield crowd, first, man,
the cup.
You
never walk alone.
Walking solo.
Oh.
I don't wanna go.
Oh.
Crazy. So, I mean, Mane,
Firmino, they've been riding solo. They get some track riding solo.
Ayaz or whatever his name.
Riding solo.
Whatever happened, you see, I'm wondering how Mane and even Firmino be feeling now because of what's happening at Anfield. But you see, let's go into the game. I think in the first half, we saw the worst football game ever this season in Europe from both sides, and I'm surprised we had Pep on the touchline, and Pep was wanting to try something new. Isaac Newton Jr. wanted to try something new, so I mean it was funny. Like, what is Pep doing? Semenyo central, two top, Mamouche and Haaland trying to be the supporting striker. It was very interesting. So we had a very average first half, like below the belt. It was that bad. Basic elementary errors from both sides, including goalkeepers, and the game was boring in the first half. Those that it will be boring for them were those who were waiting for bets, corners. They were waiting for corners. So the game was not. They were not watching the game with a tactical perspective, so they didn't care about the game. But let me stick to Liverpool. The first half, because they were equally, but the second half they upped the momentum and they were playing very well. There was a very fantastic knuckleball goal from Szoboszlai, but I'll blame the wall of City too. They didn't. I mean, construct the wall very well. But even if they did, that kind of technique will often score. So good one from Szoboszlai. Then they lost that touch. Liverpool know how to manage games. This is why I question Slot a little bit. Slot, now in England, your best attribute is managing games for Liverpool. How do you score a goal and you just go off? The sub didn't work. The equalizer from City was, I mean, let's say Pep had good materials on the bench, so that individual brilliance from Czechia, which is non-dominant football.
Can we even speak up? Can we even term it as individual brilliance? Because it was a deflected cross. It was even a deflected cross.
For me, no, his positioning alone makes sense to me, because at that point Liverpool were trying to mark him, so he moved to the right half spaces to get space to cross the ball, and he did. Fair enough. But the second goal of City, there were two Liverpool players who were walking. They were caught ball watching for Nunes to enter the box, for Alisson to get that contact for the penalty. It was bad. This is not Liverpool. And Van Dijk is becoming a problem, because when Liverpool fans, when you really understand that Van Dijk has to go, it is done. Let him go to Saudi and also face the haram there. No, it is serious. Like, how do I mean? They don't want to tell the man the truth. He once was the best centre back in England. He's a legend. Fair enough. He's done.
They brought Jeremy Jacquet. Maybe next season he will go.
I mean, he's even injured. He doesn't offer them anything. And it's exposing Konate. So imagine that every scared to come close to Konate. And the coach cannot now, even he has not. I'll look at the Liverpool bench, and I was like, no, why are the players they even brought in the summer? Most of them are even injured. Frimpong was like in the hospital. They are injured, so they didn't have even a good bench. And now they've let everything to Szoboszlai to be doing, and that is bad. So the Liverpool team, I think the work still has to be done. Because even yesterday, fair enough, Hugo Ekitike missed 2 brilliant chances, but it's not an excuse. McAllister was not even in the game to help Gravenberch in midfield. Because Flores, he has all the room to be inconsistent. It's his first season. He wants to cut him some slack, he will cut him some slack. But everything, I keep asking myself, yesterday example, he still was asking me, Adjor, how do you know Salah missed the free kick? They had a free kick on the right side. And I was like, nah, it's been a while I saw Salah behind the free kick. I think he's going to do something funny here. And they fly the ball past Anfield.
He scored one in their Champions League game.
This season?
Yeah, this is their last Champions League game against Karabakh.
I barely see him like a fine Salah scoring from a set piece. So Liverpool are in trouble. And always starts from the coach first, and the key players at Liverpool. They are losing the Anfield touch, and it's a big problem. The first thing you can do is bring in the coach who can bring that Anfield vibe back. So to make it simple, Slot has to go. Like, I don't know, Liverpool fans...
Same Slot that won the league for Liverpool?
No, he won the league because other teams were poor. He has to go. If Liverpool fans cannot say, we'll say it for them. Because if you bring Xavi Alonso right now, because they already have a connection with him, we'll see... Actually, when he's supposed to go into Anfield, let's go, because we never seem to win there. Let's go and also get our 3 points. Oh, simple. That's what I was saying yesterday. Because, like, I have 4. Even the crowd have given up on the team now. So mid-table clubs to go there and get points now too. They can't do anything. It's only Szoboszlai, and that guy said.
Dominic Szoboszlai.
That guy can play for Madrid or Barcelona. That guy loves the game.
He's an engine.
He's the only one who will be doing the runners, everything. Like how are 11 men on the field for Liverpool, and you see only one man overworking. It was bad. It was only Szoboszlai who was working, and now Alisson is also losing it. He has one eye on Saudi, probably Turkey, or probably back to Brazil, because sometimes he's playing like he's also done. So Liverpool has a serious job to do in the summer. Van Dijk out, Salah out, Alisson out. And if you're listening to Liverpool fan, try and bring them next season with the same coach. You see. Unless maybe you get a coach that will rejuvenate them and they'll come hard again. Because there's no motivation for them. They are done. It's beyond tactics now. The motivation is gone. The fans have seen that their key players cannot help them. They come to Anfield. They don't cheer them on again. Now, because to City, Pep. I keep saying that I've seen what he wants to do. And for me, when I see it, I say it. The man has seen his next club. Yeah, Elikem.
Do you think he'll go to another club?
Yeah, he has seen it. He knows where he's going.
Where do you think he's going?
Because there's no way Pep will try for 4-4-2.
I don't even think he's going. Look, I don't even think he's going to another club.
4-4-2 is Semenyo coming to occupy half spaces in the middle. For what? Semenyo, it doesn't play at 10 before. Yesterday they were laughing at Semenyo too much. They put Umaga and Co there. But it was a horrible experiment from Pep. I mean, when I see Pep doing something like that, I know that something is up his sleeve. Like, don't be surprised when the man goes to Italy. After the year,
I doubt it.
Yeah, what's attractive about Italy now that he'll go there?
I mean, I feel like he likes challenges. He has seen it all. I mean, all the leagues. He has not tried the Italian league yet. If Pep calls any of the Italian leagues that club that he wants to come there, they'll sack their coaches.
Which of them
they can't pay him.
Some of them can afford him. I was just going to ask that.
But he knows he's aware. He's aware.
Yeah, but which of them can afford him?
I think he's taking a break.
It's a project.
No, I just think I think he's going to take a break. You take a break.
But I won't stop saying that Pep do this for Adjor and his friends. Go if you want. Do what Mourinho did to him.
But is Italy as competitive? I mean,
but because if Pep goes to Italy, everything changes for them. He's come to make the league big. Pep, Conte, Allegri. It's worth talking about. Now Pep goes to Inter Milan. Now he gets all the media attention there too. He brings money into the team for the club, the league for them automatically, like how Mourinho would do for them back then. So I will keep on championing that Pep should at least test the Italian league for me. And I'm seeing 4-4-2 year, mama. Hey, let me link it broken. Because I'm seeing around Pep a little bit. Where now he wants his number, like Mamouche, Haaland, 2 top, Semenyo, who is a winger. People question Semenyo as a winger, and you push him centrally for him to, be the final passer of the ball to the 2 tops. It was weird. It wasn't working. It was stagnant. So like I didn't enjoy what Pep was doing, but Pep has quality always on the bench. So he will come in and change the game. Now the goals that change the game for them. Because let me big up
McGahey.
Why do I always confuse the two of them like that? McGahey. So McGahey is the one from Spain.
Yeah.
McGahey, the Cuba boy. I think now this is the reason why Thomas Tuchel has no choice not to start him at the World Cup.
Oh, but he's a starter already.
Yes.
He started all games at the Euros. So he's a starter.
But you see, look here, we can see the World Cup. You see Maguire and somebody.
They can play a back three of him, Maguire. So and Stones is not his usual self. So I don't think he's going to start.
Maguire start games for.
Yes, he's going to start. He's a starter. He's a starter for England. Wow. So he's going to start.
Then that is good. But he's a proper now.
But your team didn't want him, so they sold him.
Oh no! But by that time he was a kid. But I think if you want an aggressor in England now, he's one, and he can complement that with passing the ball very well. And yesterday he was all over the place, helping, and he enjoyed playing with Kosinov than Diaz. When Diaz came, he wanted to show similarity, so that is where they started having some weaknesses and spaces for Liverpool to operate. I think that guy is a top player, and I barely see pundits bigging up Bernardo because he knows how to play football. But that guy, he understands the game. I'm surprised if he goes into coaching when he retires because he can play anywhere on the field apart from probably 4 and 5, and that's when you get the game. And we always attribute him Pep's success to De Bruyne and Haaland, but that's this guy, Bernardo Silva, has been one marquee guy for Pep. Anywhere Pep goes, and Pep is going to appreciate him. So City and Arsenal, I'll end by saying the league will be decided at Etihad. You go hard.
Bars.
Yeah, you go hard. You go hard for the two teams so because if Arsenal go there and get all 3 points, I mean, damn. But I mean, City will drop points to the mid-table clubs, and that's where Arsenal are still favourites to win the league.
Mr. Avotri,
Mr. Fiaka.
They say Liverpool are riding solo. I was going to play some songs for them.
Oh, you can play for them.
So special dedication to Liverpool. They say you are walking alone. Take a listen.
Love made me blind.
Follow. Who knows? Just maybe their groove will be back under Arne Slot. But I mean, Arne Slot, people say, listen, he still has a lot of credit in the bank because of the league title that he has to his name.
Yeah.
Do you subscribe to that school of thought, or perhaps you be treated on the merit of what he's doing now?
Yes, I agree to that. I agree to him having a lot of credit in the bank. Whether Liverpool decides to look at that credit is another issue altogether. Because when you bring in a manager to build a team, and I'm not sure Liverpool brought Arne Slot in to win the league in the first season. They didn't expect that. It was totally an opportunity that rose up because all the teams that were competing had issues. And then he took advantage of that. He was winning his games. He found himself in a good position. He maintained consistency and he won the league. But in truth, when you look at the Liverpool team right now, this is what they expected to go on last season. In that they expected to go through a phase of rebuilding where they know certain players in their team are going to be aging and they'll need to be replacing them. And it's going to be a slow process. But you see, when you come into the season, when you come into a league, a team, and you exceed expectations that much in your first season, you win the league, which is the ultimate, of course. And you literally were at some point were in a position to win 4 trophies. You understand? You got to the final of the Carabao Cup. You won the league. It changes everything. Expectations become like off the top, and it goes over the roof. So I understand that side of it too. Also, let's not forget, due to his good works last season, they invested so much in their team in the summer, spent £500 million. So you could imagine, you can understand the Liverpool faithful when they say they expect more from him, given the background to to the start of the season and to what has been going on in the club. So yeah, I understand them when they say they expect more from him, and it is really, really not uncalled for. I can also understand Ancelotti going into the negotiation room and saying, look, just 8 months ago, I won you the league title. And he keeps saying it in his press conference, but I don't think people understand why he keeps saying it. He tells you, look, you are not a club known for winning league titles. Before I came, you've only won one in 30 years. I'm the one who won the second one for you in my first season. Even your most successful manager in the last 20 years, Klopp, didn't win it in his first. He took 5 years before he won it. So he keeps making that point to them, and fair enough for him. So it is up to Liverpool to make that decision to themselves. Now, Liverpool, where they can make the decision about letting him go is the fact that they can look at their investments last summer and say, per the investment we've made and per the team you have, we do not think you are getting the most out of this team. And we do not think where the team is, the position the team is the true reflection of our investment and the quality of the team. So you as a coach are failing to give the team, to get to the team to its correct position on the league lock. They might look at that to sack him. Let's not forget, United did the same with Amorim, even though in the end we keep hearing it was as a result of disagreement between Amorim and the sporting director amongst issues. But I feel at the end they would also look at the fact that we see the quality you have in your team, the pool of talents you have in your team, and you are not getting the best out of these players, so we'll sack you. So yeah, I can understand both parties in this Ancelotti versus Liverpool thing. But because I want to go to the game yesterday. If I was anyone who had Liverpool's best interests at heart, what worried me about the game, especially being at Anfield, is this thing. Look, whenever you go to Anfield, even if you don't see quality football, if you don't see quality players, there are two things you always expect at Anfield: intensity and energy. Exactly. Yesterday, it was missing. Even after they scored the first goal in the 70th minute, with 20 minutes left, you expect the crowd to see them through. It didn't. It was totally drab. And I was shocked. That was what shocked me about the game yesterday. The fact I was watching it with a friend yesterday, and I'm like, where from these sloppy passes? Because just last week I watched Liverpool against Newcastle, and they put up a clinic, especially in the second half. Look, in the first 30 minutes, Newcastle were attacking. They didn't really dominate the game. But when you have a player like Anthony Gordon on the pitch, when you have the fast-pacing wingers Newcastle have, you should always know they have a threat on the counter. You should always know when they go forward, they can cause you problems. So you could see Newcastle had threats in the game, and that threat is enough to make every fan base nervous. But Liverpool didn't mind at all. Even after they conceded, the crowd was just bumping, and you could sense that Liverpool were going to win this game. Ekitike took over the game, scored 2 quick goals, and in the second half, it was just an attacking dominance display by Liverpool in that game. I thought with all the issues going on with Liverpool and them trying to turn the corner with players like Ekitike, Florian Wirtz finding a bit of form, this was the perfect opportunity for them to lay down a marker for the rest of their season. And they blew it. I was really surprised as to what I was watching yesterday. And nothing shocked. Look, City, what should be the biggest disappointment for Liverpool is that City didn't have to even work hard for their goals.
Yeah.
Look, I don't think Pep Guardiola will come out of that game yesterday feeling his team played their best performance, their best game. That was an average City performance. And that average City performance got a win. Look at the second goal, for example. I don't even want to talk about the first goal. Because I don't for the first goal, I don't understand how, first of all, you are defending a 1-0 lead. Then in your penalty box, you have a 4v4 situation. That is totally unheard of in the Premier League. In the 84th minute, defending a 1-0 lead. Then in your penalty box, you have a 4v4 situation where there are 4 City players and there are only 4 Liverpool defenders. It surprised me. And the whole sequence of the goal was surprising because after Konate was slow to time the flight of the header, then after Konate lost the header, it was like everyone stood still. No one reacted quickly. It was only Bernardo. It's like Bernardo Silva was the only one in the box who anticipated the header.
They ran, yeah.
So I was really, really surprised as to what I was watching. And after that, like that aside, the second goal, look at that. Look how they were defended. Matheus Nunes basically just walked into their box with no one tracking his run.
No one was caught ball watching.
I was really surprised as to what I was saying. And that's what I'm saying. It's not about the loss per se, but it's about the manner in which they lost. It felt like I was watching. I don't know. I didn't feel like I was watching Liverpool play.
It was
yesterday.
a rudderless display.
Like I was surprised. No, look, if Liverpool had upped the intensity, the Anfield magic, everyone knows. Look, Liverpool have played games with 8 players injured, and they still at Anfield, and they still show that intensity. Look, there's one Liverpool game I really remember. It was the Liverpool-Arsenal 3-3 draw in 2016. For those of you who don't remember, it was the game where Joe Allen scored the last-minute equalizer for Liverpool against Arsenal. That game was a big blow in Arsenal's title push. In that game, before that game, Liverpool were suffering a host of injuries. So all the bookies tipped Arsenal to win that game. Now the game started and it was so intense. The level of intensity from Liverpool in that game surprised me to the core. Like, all of a sudden, Firmino found the scoring boots. All of a sudden, everyone around him they were just running up and down. And they put up a good performance. So I was really surprised that at Anfield, I couldn't see intensity and energy from Liverpool. That was the biggest surprise from the game.
Absolutely. And Liverpool looked a pale shadow of themselves. But Man City, change of style under Pep Guardiola, for sure, they would feel that they can catch Arsenal. Don't you think so?
Yeah, I mean, City, the boost for them was bringing Maguire and also Antoine. But Antoine should up his game in the big game. Antoine was bad because he's Ghanaian, so we are going to protect him.
I want to say a quick one on what I just said about City's 4-4-2.
Yeah.
Look, I don't think Pep was necessarily trying something new out of arrogance or just preparation for something.
Later I realized that he wanted to lock the stagnation of the man in the midfield. He likes to keep the midfield compact. That's the slot. He wants the haram in the middle of the pack. So I feel like probably he did that to get extra men in the middle. Later after the game,
yeah.
Okay. But did they work in the game?
Yeah, but aside that, Adjor, one thing I've realized one thing I realized in the game was Pep doesn't trust his wingers.
But
that was it. With Doku and Savinho, I don't think he trusts Savinho that much. I don't think with Doku being injured, his only winger his only pure winger was Semenyo. He doesn't like playing Cherki on the wing. Anytime you see, he doesn't like playing Cherki on the wings. I don't think he trusts Foden in the wing now this season, or the wing this season. So for me, I think that setup was as a result of he looking at his options in wide areas and not liking them. So the 4-4-2 being the only players, the 4-4-2 system being the only formation or the only setup that could accommodate the kind of players he had and the profile of players he had on the day. I think that was the reason why he went to that into that formation. Also, let's not forget, Semenyo is not your natural winger. What is Semenyo's biggest attribute? Create a little space for himself to shoot. His shooting prowess are his biggest strengths. Yeah. He's not a dribbler. He doesn't know how to beat defenders 1v1. Yeah. He has extreme pace and strength. He has on-the-ball pace. He can shield the ball, so he can get past defenders. He can get past defenders on the all day. But he's not your Doku or your Riyad Mahrez with that trickery to get past defenders, to create space and get and put a cross in. He's not that type of player. You understand? So that might factor into the reasons why Pep set up in a 4-4-2 or like hybrid or a version of a 4-4-2 or something like that. So that's just my bit on the whole Pep setup and all that.
Yeah, but on paper, let's see, Haaland number 9, Cherki 10, Semenyo on the left, Foden on the right. It's not a bad setup. If you overlap,
by the end of the day,
so don't you feel like Pep's stubbornness to play natural fullbacks is distorting him from
then again, you can't have a system where you are not playing natural fullbacks, then you are not playing natural wingers.
Exactly. So he's the problem to some extent.
He's not the problem. You can't say you can't blame him for not playing natural fullbacks because he's not the only one not playing natural fullbacks. I know. But this time you are saying that like you kind of not fault him for not playing because look, I'm saying let's not. I don't fault him in the sense that there's been a downgrade in quality of wingers in Europe.
Fair enough.
So, and you know one major aspect of Pep's game is his laterals. That is why when he came in his first season at City, he sacked all the fullbacks and he spent £200 million on fullbacks because he knew the laterals are very important to him. In past seasons, in trying to rebuild that system and play those and get new generation of fullbacks, he realized he wasn't going to get them, so he switched to getting 4 centre backs at the back who loved to win the ball. To compensate for that, he invested in wingers who served him well for a period.
Okay.
So you understand? Right now, I just feel like he in the past 2 seasons, going and attempting to get wingers just tells me this man doesn't trust the winger options he have. Let's not forget, in the Semenyo, this guy, Savinho has been linked to moves out of the club. There are rumors that he's yes, exactly.
Like when he ends out coming.
You understand? Yeah. So I just feel like this is a case of Pep not trusting the wingers he has available in at City.
If I'm an agent, I'll never trust Pep with fullbacks too. Simple. Atinure is back. He's a left back. He can play and overlap. Then you probably invert your winger. He occupies the left house.
But he's playing him at left back.
He's playing him at left back.
O'Reilly in the middle.
Fair enough. But was he overlapping to our satisfaction? No. He was not even seen top. Like he was struggling in the game.
He had to mark Salah.
Fair enough. So if you have to mark Salah now on paper, you are playing natural fullbacks. You are playing Atinure. Well, okay, let's say you still have Nunes at right back. He's a midfielder converted. Then in transition, you overlap him to midfield and attack. Then I have a 3-back system. What have you done on your left wing in attack? You have moved Semenyo, who's not a winger, in-house spaces in the middle around the D, who can get to shooting spaces. And you are overlapping a fullback, a natural fullback. But if you are playing with O'Reilly and Co as left backs, what do you want us to do? What do you want your wingers to do? What do you want Semenyo to do? He cannot complete take-ons. On the right too, if you have Cancelo, and you want Foden to also be vetting to number 10, double tensor, you have to get a natural fullback. So I always believe Pep for changing fullbacks for position even before how he treats wingers, because how he's treating fullbacks are not good.
The king just say Pep no go fit handle fullbacks, but let's see. The conversation is getting heated. 3 minutes past 8 p.m.